Hi guys, it's a beautiful day here and we've decided that we're going to go for a walk through the swamp. We're going to go foraging. Now this is something I've never done before, but we've got an expert among us and she's going to advise us about what we can eat, what we can't, and what will kill us. Obviously somebody handy to have around.
These little leafy greens are called trout lily. They have little speckles like a trout would. And in the spring they come out before the leaves grow on the trees so they can get lots of sunlight this time of year, and they're a really nice add-on for salads.
What do they taste like?
To me they taste like the skin on an apple.
Delish.
Yeah. Taste it.
Okay, what do we have here?
These are wild leeks, or some people call them ramps, and they have an onion flavor to them. They are part of the onion family, and lots of people forage them this time of year to make soup with them. You have to dig down to get it all the way, the roots. And then that's what it looks like. You can wash it off, and you can kind of smell the onion.
It looks like the bottom of a green onion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty tasty. You can already smell that oniony fragrance.
And how long do they last during the season?
They would start coming out about now until mid-May.
Okay. And then what happens to them?
At that point, that time of the year, then the trees, the buds come out and leaves come over, so the plants on the forest floor don't get as much sunlight as they need, and other plants will come up and that'll be the end of the season for these plants.
Okay.
And then just another rule when you're foraging is never to take more than half of what is in a location. So we've taken a bit of less than half of the wild leeks, so we would go somewhere else and find another spot to go and take from. This plant is a purple cohosh, and for people who use medicinal plants, this plant can induce periods, or menstrual periods, or pregnancy. I've just read that in survival situations, people can, because moss is so moist, people can actually use it to get water and if they needed it to survive. I don't know. So right now we're keeping our eye out for some bright red mushrooms. They'll be really low and they might be nestled in between logs or underneath leaves, but they're bright red and they kind of look a little bit unnatural because their color is so fluorescent, and they're called scarlet elf cups, and they're a mushroom that you can eat. One of the rules when you're foraging for any type of food is if you don't know, if you're unsure, then don't eat it and only take things that you know won't be poisonous. And we know that this one is in this forest and that it is edible, so that's what we're looking for right now. So I haven't harvested these before, but a friend told me about it. I wasn't sure that they were edible, but I checked with her and she was cooking them up.
And they're called what again?
The scarlet elf cups.
Okay.
So she just fried them up and they looked really yummy. It grows right on the branch. Yeah. When you're harvesting them, you want to make sure that they don't have a stem and that the outside is whitish. And if you have those two things, then that means they are great to eat.
What will they taste like?
It is said that they have a bit of a taste of beetroot.
Okay.
We'll have to keep our eye out for where ferns are growing, because a fiddlehead is something that we'll be looking for in the next couple of weeks. And a fiddlehead is is a type of fern, but it's all rolled up and it looks like the head of a fiddle. Okay, another popular plant that people often use is cedar, and cedar is really popular to make tea from because it's very high in vitamin C. It's an indigenous medicinal plant for a lot of groups, especially in this area, and it was used when Europeans came over on their long boat trips. Indigenous people offered them cedar tea, and it was a cure for the scurvy that many of those men would have had from living on a boat without fresh fruit and vegetables for a very long time. So it has a lot of medicinal values other than the vitamin C, but it does make a pretty tasty tea, especially if you put a little bit of maple syrup in it.
Be sure to let us know in the comments below what you like, what you want to see when we're doing these nature walks here on the farm. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.